Hello, my name is Morten. I come from this country of Denmark where we are currently, and I will take you for a little tour of the local specialities and look how we can integrate the Franklin method into everyday life, like walking, sitting, and maybe a swim. Why don't you join me? So here we are at the famous Nyhavn, an area for lots of good restaurants, beer. It used to be the place for the seamen and the ladies of the night. Now it's more for the tourists. Very beautiful, picturesque, lots of Leben in the daytime and especially in the night. Let's go. All right, so a little imagery for walking. Of course, there's the good old, the pelvic halves rotating forward and back. We have the curves of the spine that will curve towards the swinging leg that's swinging forward. And then we have the oppositional rotation of the rib cage and the pelvis, so that when you are walking, you can see it as a spring that is driving your walk. Let's walk. Yeah, so here we are at the Royal Danish Theatre. Many famous actors and ballet dancers have been walking the stage. Me and Erik Franklin were teaching in here for a couple of seasons. Had some of our greatest testimonials ever. Great memories and good times at the Royal Theatre. So here we are, one of the new swimming spots of Copenhagen, right here at close to Nyhavn and the England's Bridge. And when you swim, you can of course also use mental imagery. Let's go through some of the possibilities, what you could be thinking, imagining while you are swimming. Look at the birds, they're cool. So when you're swimming, when you do a crawl, then you know when you walk, your pelvic halves are going to do the opposite direction. So as your right leg goes forward, your pelvic half is going to rotate back, and the leg that is back is the pelvic half is going to rotate forward. Now when you're in a horizontal relationship to gravity and you're in water, now this changes a little bit. So when you take your right hand forward, your right pelvic half is also going to rotate forward. And when you take your left hand forward in the crawl, your left pelvic half will also rotate forward. So you can use that as a generator of speed. Then you can use your lungs, and on the right side your liver and the lung to become part of the stroke. So you think that the liver and the lung on the right side generates the movement, on the other side maybe the spleen, the stomach, the lung. And then you can use your diaphragm as a piston. So you know, like when you got out of the water, obviously you're breathing in, but you breathe out once you are under the water. So there you can imagine that the breathing out where your diaphragm is going up works like as a engine to push you forward when you are under the water as you are breathing out. Yeah, so you breathe in, out of the water obviously, and then diaphragm will go down, and then as you breathe out on the water, you can imagine like as a piston that the diaphragm will push you forward as you are breathing out. And then lastly, of course, you have your breaststroke. You can imagine your shoulder blades will become together on the back, and your chest and your sternum is opening up into a nice extension. So let's try it out. Well, hello there. So I'm sitting here reading a book and enjoying the locale. And of course, many people have to sit a lot. And then when you sit, can you do something to help yourself out? Remember, like, to have a good posture, feeling your sit bones on the seat, having your spine in a nice balanced curved position. And then of course, do something with your hands for the back of your neck, putting them behind the mastoid, massaging, doing a little nodding, massaging a little the scalp of the head, resting the eyes a little, pulling a little on the ears to make room for more material in the book, and so forth. And then sometimes when you've been sitting too long, it's important to stand up. There's no bad sitting, you just need to vary it with a little standing. Take your hands in your lower back, do a little release of the thoracolumbar fascia, pull a little on it, make some different movements. It doesn't take long to break up whatever adhesions have been caused. Yeah. So we round the back, bend our legs, pull on the thoracolumbar fascia, tap it a little bit, wiggle a little, and then slide your hands down, shake it all out, and you are ready for yet another round. And now, after all this hard work and mental effort, it's important to have a cold one. Cheers! Skål!